be off camera today, but I'm going to talk while I'm making. I titled this video, or added details about this video, talking about how can my work help you pass on what you want in your life, or the things you've learned in your life to your kids. We'll take a hypothetical scenario. Let's say that you are a very successful person. You're very hard to get there. And you want to teach that to your kids. You want to pass on the fact that you've worked hard for all of the things in your life. And you want your kids to not just have things handed to them. They want to also learn that hard work, but the things that the time that you put in to learn the skills, to really commit to what you were doing, you want to pass that on to your kids. So I can help create a piece where you really want to bring in the value of hard work. You want to communicate that having a strong foundation, having a good starting point, can help you learn how to gain the skills you need to be successful in life. To know that the process is as important as actually learning the skill. To learn that life can be hard sometimes, but when you keep working, when you really put in the effort to learn the skill and keep at it, and even when you aren't necessarily blessed with the skill immediately, that doesn't mean that you can't be successful at it. So this person who wants to communicate to their kids that they spent time learning and working, they built this strong foundation that's rich and full of depth. I'm going to bring some of that in, this strength, this depth that they want to teach to their kids. They don't want their kids learning that everything is just handed to them. They've worked hard for the things that they're able to share with their family. And they want to show that there are a lot of riches and blessings that come with the hard work. But we want to show how the hard work was the reason that they were able to have all of these blessings now. They want to pull in the fact that it helps them grow. How hard work builds character. We can show how all of the depth that comes with hard work can be fruitful when you keep at it. This is a repetitive process. Hard work, learning, building skills, learning how to do the things that make you successful, make you the top of your career, or your industry, your game. That takes doing things over and over again, refining your skills. There's layers and levels here. There's depth. There's a lot of richness in here. So we'd be building up these thick layers of this foundation that you're creating that really pulls you up and out to the success in life. But it's really focused on the importance of building a good foundation. When you are inspiration to other people in your field, and maybe even people outside of your field, because of the amount of work and determination and heart that you've put into your life, and that's the things that you want to create in a piece, partly to celebrate your own achievements, but also to be able to pass that on. Have your kids, have your family remember the hard work that you've put in, all of that skill that you've gained, these celebrations that you get to now have because you've worked so hard to achieve this. You didn't believe that you could just walk in, make something awesome and leave, or just immediately be awesome. You understood the value of having to work, and that stays with you. This foundation definitely goes with you. You want it to be pulled in and brought in, maybe even with a little bit of playfulness, because you've learned how to use that skill, that foundation, and made it fun now. You want to show your kids how a foundation is valuable, but it can also be playful. You can really enjoy all the work you put in because you're able to look back at it and see the value in it. There's a lot of motion, movement in learning and growth. It changes, it evolves, it has depth. There's a lot of energy that you can create, the momentum you can create from committing to something, to learning the skills that you keep building layer after layer down here in this foundation that create new opportunities for you, little things that start popping up in your life because you committed to learning the skills, to taking it seriously, and to appreciating your own abilities, your ability to stick with it, and that you want to teach your kids that. You want to instill that drive to keep working at something, to be the best because you just keep practicing, you just keep doing it. Most people aren't awesome at stuff when they first try it. That's totally normal. But learning to stick with it, to be okay with the process, to know you're probably gonna suck for a while, but to keep at it, and the opportunities and the ability to do something that you love starts to grow from that. You want to teach your kids and pass that on to them, that life is full of all of this beauty because you can feel the growth. You know when you're growing, and it's such an amazing process in life and really does add depth and helps people feel fulfilled. You want to teach your kids about how hard work really is fulfilling. And remind them of all of the layers that you've already worked through. Teach them the lessons you've learned so that they can learn new ones. You want them to know that sometimes stuff got hard and a little murky, kind of like this big swamp you have to wade through a little bit when you're first learning a new skill, when you're making your way in the world. But that perseverance can be amazing because out of it can grow such amazing things. Having this piece in your life that reminds you of all of your perseverance, the things you've already accomplished, that you're now passing on to your kids, the things that you get to now enjoy in life, and the things that you want them, that would be even more for them, when you want even better for them. Teaching them how you got it, how you were able to accomplish these things because you committed. You kept working your way through things that were hard, things that were frustrating. But that you see the growth. These are the types of things that I would sit with you and talk through and figure out what do you want to be passing on to your kids? Like, what do you want this piece to remind you of? What are the aspects of it that you want them to say, you know, Grandpa always said this thing to us that now they're teaching their kids someday, that they're passing on. How amazing your wisdom was for them, how much it helped change or steer their lives, and how they're passing that on. A piece like this can help remind them what that was that they were trying to do. So as I'm talking, I am adding layers and depth and a bit of heaviness in the foundation because it's strong and it's bold and it has a lot of repetitive motion. You're learning and relearning and practicing these skills that will eventually teach you, allow you to grow. And when creating a commission for a family where they want to instill those skills, those life lessons of hard work, of learning and growth, and the fact that you have to commit to something and keep working at it to get those skills, showing them that all of that can be worth it because of the joy it can bring, the type of life that you can build when you put in the hard work, when you become a master in your industry, when people look to you because you're now the best of the best, or even just that you love it, that you're passionate about it. It's because you worked hard and you learned the skill and spent the time, the hard work to grow and learn how to do that, and then all of the life and energy that comes from that. It builds, it goes from this heavy, strong base up into this light, action-filled motion. There's a lot of activity, a lot of movement going on up here. That the foundation, this heavy, strong foundation, can build lightness and movement and freedom. This airiness. There can be many ways to help this flow and move. This also would be the type of piece that would reflect the fact that it takes a while to build something, that takes depth and energy. So it definitely would be a piece that has a lot of complexity to it. When you're talking about hard work and the things that are necessary for it, and then the reflection of what value it can provide, that is a complex thing. There's nuances and subtleties to it. This isn't really a black and white type thing. It definitely takes layers and depth. There would be a lot of complexity here. But full of joy and riches, fulfillment, the feeling of working hard through something and then accomplishing it, whether it's running a race or learning a new skill, learning how to code, or maybe just another language, or even just something like learning how to use a spreadsheet, because those things are hard, man. That takes effort and perseverance and practice and keeping that, they're creating that solid base. And then what's really cool about it is once you do master something, that's when it really starts to explode into these amazing ways that you can now help others, that you can pass on that knowledge, that you can teach your friends, your family, these types of things. Or even if it's something like learning how to run a race, that you're inspiring other people to do what they love, to follow their dreams, to appreciate what hard work can do for them, because you built that strong foundation, that bold, heavy. Busted my pastels. Yep, it's life. Bold and heavy foundation that builds strength and depth. Oh, I forgot to mention that I am using acrylic paper, so it's very cool. It's a heavier paper that you can paint with acrylics on, so I am actually painting with acrylics. I've got some watercolor pencils in here and some pastels, kind of similar to last time as far as the materials, but covering a very different subject matter with it being about how if I were to work with someone on a commission and they wanted to instill or celebrate or communicate the hard work that they put in their lives, in their career, the fact that they were able to excel in what they do and what they love, and that they want to pass that on to their children, their family. They want to appreciate the benefits that it's given them, the opportunities, the fulfillment of succeeding at something. They want to pass that on to their children and have them remember, maybe even inspire them to work hard at their own dreams. Yeah. This would definitely be a good first layer. Really what I was trying to do here was creating a solid base where the foundation for hard work, you have to create that foundation, and then how it pops up opportunities for you that then become the satisfying things in life, the things that we all hope that when you stick to something, when you learn a skill, you become a master at something, it becomes fruitful for you, whether it's enjoyment of doing the thing or the doors it opens for you. Maybe it's getting a degree. So, and then how you would want that piece to be in your space to remind your family, remind you to help celebrate the hard work you've put in and how it is reflecting in your life now. So that's it for this layer today. I definitely would like to come in for a little bit more because there's a lot going on here. The hard work is a lot of activity, so there's a lot of movement going on in this right now. But if you're interested in talking to me about doing something similar, maybe not necessarily this particular hard work, but I just kind of want to show a way of how I work with someone on a commission to help visualize something that they are wanting to pass on or to cultivate or to celebrate, the types of things that they want to share with the world to help make more of an impact. If someone were to walk into their space, to their home, and see a piece like this and talk about why it was made, what does it mean, they could have that special experience of talking to someone about why they made it, what's the point of having this really cool piece, and how important it is for them to share their value for hard work and how it's benefited them in their lives. So thank you guys, thanks for joining. It's been a fun, happy Friday. Oh, thank you. Hi, Aunt Kathy, it's nice to see you. All right, have a great Friday. I will see you guys later. Thanks, bye.